Hello, hello, it's me, Dan. And this empty spot here will soon be filled by Felicia. She'll be joining me very shortly. My partner in detecting crimes will be on her way. So we're gonna go here, where we have been invited by Mr. Vogel for some kind of weird party. So we're gonna fast travel here. Oh, we're still in our swanky gold suit from the last session. We'll keep it on for now. I've forgotten how to... Nope, that's not the right one. That's the one to run. We're going to a house that's across the street from the Abbey for a party that's... Oh, I'm supposed to be wearing the thing, aren't I? I have to wear a thing. Is it this one? Is it here? It is. Okay. I need to wear the weird suit, though, that he gave me. Yes, this one. Oops. And then this one. A normal mask for normal people. Can I get in here? No. How do I... Oh, is it here? Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just running around in a weird-ass outfit. Don't even worry about it. Oh, here it is. Perfectly normal. Perfectly normal.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
Alright, let's get ready for some weird eyes wide shut bullshit. Oh, okay. We're in now. We're wearing our horrible... There's John, who isn't dressed up for some reason.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
Before the grand finale. No, it's eyes wide shut bullshit. Look at it. I told you. Yep. Weird sex games. Oh, that guy's blindfolded. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
There's Felicia, by the way. Oh, sexy times. Is this Irene Adler? We haven't seen an Irene Adler in this game.
What mystery is this?
This is the last main one. I believe it's the last main one. I hope it's the last main one.
Okay.
So we can finish today. It's called...
What if I write an article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
Yep.
My goodness, Sherlock. They made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine. The whores, at a guess.
Why are you standing up there, John? Get down.
Let me see that stallion up close.
All right, settle down. All right, so I got stuff. John asked me to look for information that he might use to write an article exposing the local elite. Okay, so it's called Sacrificial Lamb. Actually, before we start, because we do want to get through this fairly quickly.
Oh, I can look at my phone.
That's all right. Yours always has a bunch of weird
okay.
ads and stuff, so I'll have one up here on our side as well. So in case we get stuck, I can just quickly look up the walkthrough, which will be nice. Yeah, here we go. All right, so I'll have that open on a different page, so I can just look at it if and when I need to, because I don't want to get stuck here for too long, because we do want to finish this game today. Oh, what's happening? Good morning back. Okay. Oh.
Sherlock! Friend!
Oh, it's Vogel.
I wasn't sure you'd come. Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. Time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise?
Don't know what that
Yes,
means.
something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
That would be reckless. That would be pointless. Which one? That would be reckless.
My mind is my most valuable asset, and a finely tuned instrument I will not risk impeding its function. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Beauty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next? Visit the victims? Ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
I will rather take it for study.
I think this means like he will use it. No.
Oh, I will need
I assume
it,
that's what
guess.
it means.
Yeah, up to you.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. Because I honestly don't know. Like, does it mean like he'll take it and then study it later, or?
Let's just risk it lah. There's no harm, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
If this solution truly does assist with thinking, then perhaps it would
I'll
be
take it with me.
puerile to overlook an opportunity to study it. I'll take it with me.
Yes, Sherlock. Very good. And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered.
Do we know this guy?
I'm sorry,
Yeah, it's
Sherlock.
Vogel.
My mind's
Oh.
delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
I'm very warm.
Pardon? Altar room.
Yeah, I know, but
What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
All right. Excuse me. All right, I'm supposed to. Altar room. I'm supposed to look for information for John. Hey, we can go to these rooms.
where is John? Oh,
He's
there
hanging
he is.
around, yeah.
Man, I wish we could see John
Well-known
dressed
and
like
recent
this too.
plays to keep up to date
Say
with
again?
current
I wish we
trends.
would see John dressed like this too.
He was standing on the in the middle of the room, where on top of the thing there, the fountain.
These medieval botany and chemistry books look even more satanic than the occult ones.
Oh, what's that?
Romantic poetry and prose. Someone's in touch with their feelings. Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower?
Did I miss a bunch of stuff over here, or was it just that one? That's it, right? Oh no. Oh, that's him. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I need to talk to John.
Curtains do
Jesus.
not guarantee privacy.
What are you,
And you
Indian?
still need a crack despite being ethereal.
Is my hair being ridiculous?
It's okay.
I know the perfect girl for you.
Glad.
Oh, I heard the finale will be splendid. Hey, Ansel,
Isn't
I
the
see
strap
what's looking
across
like.
like the guy's naked chest be like chafing. But I guess, you know, I'm
It's
gonna wear
what you're
bras all the
into,
time,
yeah.
so.
I'm so excited about the event.
Yeah, there he is.
You have such pretty hands. What can you do with them?
Everybody needs to settle down.
What are we supposed to do?
Supposed to find. Oh, this is where we came in. We're supposed to find information for John.
Enjoy the event, sir.
John says he needs information on the people. Oh, John's hanging out with the ladies.
Manchios had to enforce the masks after the scandal.
Nope. Every time. There it is. I'll cover the identity disclosure scandal. Fired after incident. Offended the Duchess. Someone was sick. Oh. Nope. Got it. People described a scandal from a previous party. Vice Governor Cowden was found by his wife-to-be, a Prussian duchess, in the company of young men. Although the marriage was intended to be a political one, the emotions of the duchess were real. The incident instigated a political crisis between Cordona and Prussia. Although there were only a few notes of protest, the governor fired his protege.
That's what I like about this party. Bring me more dirt, Sherry. One
More
more
dirt,
piece,
Sherry,
and I can
says. So I have
expose
to-
these base hedonists.
So I need to overhear more conversations. They're not in the main room, I guess. Where else would they be? Oh, hello.
My husband thinks I am playing bridge here.
Yeah, sort of thing to joke about. And laugh like it's
Well, I guess that's the point with these
a
people,
clever
right?
idea.
Yeah.
So it is.
Ooh, what painting? Sea painting.
Pan, it looks like.
Oh.
Pan and some nymphs, I assume?
Ooh.
Yep.
Is that Vogel?
I think it's Vogel, yeah.
Mm.
Is it Vogel?
Let Fabio
Yes.
speak for himself.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Yeah. Nobody in there. I'm trying to overhear more stuff, but I guess there's nobody around. We'll need to overhear. Come on. Alright, that's roped off. That's roped off. That's roped off. Where am I supposed to go?
Do you know what was here before Manchios's family bought it?
It's X. Find out the eerie history of the mansion.
Whee!
Ruins? No. Yes. Fraud? No. Magic circle? Ancestral home? No. Cultist architect? Whew! Barely got it. Before Manchios's family, the mansion was owned by an occultist architect. He dedicated his life to conducting a powerful ritual from the Forgotten Tome, but the ordinary magic circles proved too weak for it. That was why he built this mansion. A keen eye might notice that its shapes correspond with certain magical symbols, and some walls have cavities. One day, the architect simply disappeared. An ash stain on the floor was all that remained. Perhaps he was successful in his endeavor.
I'll pin them down with this scoop. Thank you, Sherlock.
We did it! Way! Alright. So now how do I... Now what am I supposed to do? He said to go... we're not going to read all that. So he said to go...
Wait.
The
The
altar
altar
room
room
of the
yeah.
Manchios' mansion. Yeah. So where is the altar room? I can't go upstairs. Doesn't seem to be any doors that I can use unless... Oh, here. Okay. Yep, there it is. Well, that's a bit extra. Oh, is it a murder? Of course it's murder. Oh, good.
My God. Was he here this whole time?
covers a mark of slave
This
branding.
crude tattoo partially covers a slave branding.
Okay.
A blunt force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage.
I mean, there's also this one. Oh, we took it out of him, did we?
This golden handle has a bloodstain on it.
So does, you know.
The dagger
Wait.
is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood.
His feet look like they're positioned, like Jesus? No, that's, I take it back, because his were on top of each other. Yeah, never mind. Oh, he's got something in his hand.
The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it.
He's in pain, clearly. Anything else? Yeah, his eyes open, which is weird. What's the last one? Oh, the wound itself. Okay, sorry.
The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart.
Ooh.
Down right here.
Okay, what else?
This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive. The ointment smells mouse-like.
What?
I presume it is an aphrodisiac
Like a
prepared from a
mouse?
Spanish
What does
fly.
that mean?
I have no idea. Why would... That's weird.
This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony.
Stuff on the walls.
This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
Oh, it's wooden. Come on, guys. Can you put real rocks up here? There's a door over there.
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
Okay. And you? Don't have one, right? Let's go look. Who are you? Oh, it's Vogel. We'll be coming to you in a second, Vogel.
She's so drama.
Cubans?
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
Fire poker?
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
Blood.
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
Damn.
Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Yep, in a second. I will do that. So let me make sure there isn't anything else that I can do without... Alright. Oops. There's a lot of blood around. Wound's chest, trauma. Left fist of the victim is clutching the fabric. Or like sigil, victim appeared to be covered with silver branding, or just some of the mouthpiece and the walls. Okay.
This seems like such a what's the word? A cliched murder.
Alright, let's pin this evidence.
It's like every single like creepy thing that we've read or watched on TV for these creepy sorts of things, you just take them. Oh, it's a handprint.
There it is.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood.
Okay. Before I leave, however. Ah.
The wounded person was here for some time. A bloody handprint on an armchair. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
Okay. That's it. Okay, well we need to talk to Vogel about this. Vogel, what the F?
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees
recognize
to
him
get a little
Stupid
exuberant.
glasses.
It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts, but I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Patrikios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner.
About nights like these.
What is it about these nights that you were so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe
Well,
and
not so for
consensual
Fabio there.
atmosphere. Often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
I suppose that's fair. What about today, then? Is anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures. A scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary, there is still spectacle, stimulation, and release, merely in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death.
Who is Mr. Patrikios?
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of
Greek.
Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for
All
life.
right.
And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Patrikios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
How did you find the body?
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio, and came to inquire further. There was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was
Fecundity?
unsuccessful?
Huh, who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Patrikios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then, we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Did you know that?
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island.
His glasses are so weird. He has
Yeah.
like lenses at the side.
Yeah.
He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance and more.
Interesting. Tell me about the ritual.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something
John's
about
in the back
Fabio
going,
being
"What is
a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil, not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth.
Sure, sure.
As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the colour of your cheeks. The fertility
How do you see
rite
his
marks
cheeks?
the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it.
Was he being
What about the
I
ironic?
think so. I think it was being funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
Hi,
You see
Eugene.
John in the background. Hey, Eugene. Was the room open?
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked.
I feel like they
Oh,
lost
that reminds
an
me.
opportunity
It's
to
a
dress
minor
John.
detail, but
Yeah.
the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key.
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, locking the lock.
Oh yeah.
That
old,
detail
old.
may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later, only to
Just
find
doing
the
this,
lock
John.
was not blocked.
It's like, oh,
After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
The police know
The
nothing.
police remain unaware of this tragic event.
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
Alright, so we now have. Okay, special guest. This other thing just told us. Blah blah. We're gonna find this woman. Why is this still on the map? They have a map thing. I mean.
it doesn't feel like at the end of this case we will resolve John as a manifestation of
Maybe he was
Sherlock's
killed in a
psyche.
ritual. Well, it leads us back to the house, and then at the house, I think, yeah. And also during an occult ritual. Okay. What we're not done in this room. No, we're not. Okay. We need to find more information, I believe. Well, there's a door back here. Over here, right? Interesting.
Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio, Patrikios.
That's the owner of the house, right? Mencius? Ah, the mirror doesn't work.
Would you recognise me in one of these? I suppose not.
Should put it on anyway. Then there's a key here. Yeah. Give me the damn key. Wait. Thank you.
Fabio?
The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me.
No, why would he have a key with his
The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
Oh,
As in, it's Fabio's key.
oh,
Yeah. This is the lady.
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal.
Don't ignore the guests, Matista, and stop boring them. They don't want to hear about your stupidities. They want to feel how beautiful they are, and how generous you can be towards them. You are here to please and celebrate life. Remember, each guest paid a great deal to be with you. Patrikios. Ugh.
How can anyone accept such behaviour?
This is a different ritual.
I found a scenario of some sort of ritual with a remark written at the beginning. It says, read and rehearse this rite. Patrikios. The naked woman lies on the altar on a bed of flowers, symbolizing Mother Gaia. The one who leads the ritual oils the body of the woman to awaken her inner fertility. Participants should chant at this moment and call for the man who can please Mother Gaia. Then the man who will impersonate the principle of life may come to engage in sexual conversation. This is the one that Vogel told us about. Alright. Her bag is here. Still.
The
Oh,
picture
hail
is
the
empty,
King of the
but
North.
with puddles around
hi
it.
Rhino.
Hey, El. I mean, with the puddles. The thing is empty, but there's puddles around it. So probably someone washed their hands. Is there blood in the sink? There is blood in the sink.
Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain.
How does that work? How do blood clots adhere to the side of the drain?
Because you can't wash them out.
No, I know, but the clot would just go straight down, right? Why would a clot stick to the side of the? It's a vertical surface.
Ooh, someone took that.
Identical to the robes the guests are wearing.
I am doing sleepily. How you do?
Also.
Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set.
Bloody
Similar
clothes.
to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains.
So they changed.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Ah, okay. We have enough clues to. Alright. Hold on though. Okay. And we have Mind Palace Clue. Circumstance Fabio's death. Fabio's keys remain untouched. No. Okay. Alright. Alright, John, do your thing. Of snapping your fingers. Zep, that's Vogel. Zep, no, it's not a bottle. Not a bottle. No, it wasn't, there it is. Okay. The blunt force trauma was in here. Somebody smacked Fabio in the head. Yeah. Let's see what the other one is. I'm pretty sure it's this one, but let's just see what the other one is. No, he wasn't stabbed here. Yeah.
Probably they'll blunt force him first, then later stab him as part of the ritual.
No. Yes, that's correct. He crawled out himself.
This is a hand
Because of the
stain,
handprint,
right?
yeah. And he made it, and also there's one here, so he made it out.
Oh, what room is this?
The dressing room? I washed
Someone
their
wash their
hands,
hands of
but
blood?
not their clothes.
What's
That's
that?
it.
It's closed? What is that one? This one?
So, I think this is supposed to be Fabio, but it's not Fabio. This should be the guy.
Yeah.
This should be the whoever killed him.
Yeah. Dump the coat.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's definitely okay. It's the killer. Those are only two. Are we missing one? I think that one. Oh, in front of the door.
Probably where he grabbed him from running out, maybe?
No, I think this is the key where
Oh.
because Vogel said he got locked out. I don't think it's Fabio. Yeah. All right, now we can validate.
You're not even
Oh.
trying,
Really?
Sherry. Concentrate.
It's,
Maybe.
I mean, he was clearly stabbed here,
Yeah.
and he was hit over the head over here, and he clambered over.
Wait, did you put the stabbing as the first one?
Oh no, it's not about the first or the second. I mean, I did it first, but it's not about that.
Okay.
It's about what happened
Oh, okay.
in each scenario.
So hold on. This guy,
Yeah.
you put it as Fabio.
Yeah.
The one that stabbed.
The only other option here I have is to change him being dragged, which is not the case. Oh, actually, maybe.
Because his hand, it could be the.
But-
It could be the. You see, it's the left hand, right? And it's on the left wall. So it could be the.
Maybe.
Try it now.
You're right, maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
good
bottle
job.
was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking
Good job.
lounge.
I do write
Then,
mystery
to
novels.
ensure
very
no
well.
one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door.
Oh, I thought this. I keep forgetting this
The
one. is not
unconscious
one
body
to
of the victim was
sequence,
moved to
like,
the
Yeah.
altar. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the
At
blood.
least he was dead already.
The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you alright? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
Alright, hold on. We gotta talk to first. Ooh. Murderer had a key to the altar room. Murderer was in possession of a key to the altar room and locked the door. Yep. Ritual was a cover. Ah. Yeah, I think it's a cover. But we can change it later, but I'm pretty sure it was a cover. Okay. Oops. Killer had a key. Find out who had a key to the altar room. I'll shrink the circle of suspects. Okay. Let's talk to you.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes.
All right,
he
Sherlock.
was stabbed,
Fucking hell.
but
Why are
only
you
after
such a
being
dick?
knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
Let's talk about the key.
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Patrikios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk
Oh, God forbid.
revelry.
Wait, we're not done talking.
I know you can untangle this.
There's still a... Oh, I guess not. Alright, I thought there was still a thing to talk about. Alright, fine. Pin that evidence.
Mess.
Okay, so we need to... golden stars, and he is nervous. Is there going to be multiple people with golden stars on their masks? You're a woman? Not you? Not you? Not you? It's hard to tell sometimes. He's gonna be wearing a full-on robe, right? Not one of the guys in, is it him?
Mask with
These look
golden
like stars?
The one opposite, is it?
Yeah, the one directly in
Yeah,
front of us.
looks
kinda,
like it,
It looks
right?
like stars, right? It might be him. I'll come back to him. Let me just make sure it's not any of these other dudes. Not you. You've got a Harlequin.
And that
mask.
guy looks nervous too. He's kind of like,
Yeah, everyone else
all
seems to have a
orange, yeah.
Harlequin mask. How about you?
no, it's not stars, that one. Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh, he doesn't look, does he look nervous?
He does actually.
Okay, try.
Kurt Manchos,
Yeah.
I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you must be the one Werner told me about.
Okay.
What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome...
Alright, settle down, dude.
Can I call you Sherlock?
Just like
As
a
you
creepy
wish,
old man.
Mr.
Yeah,
Patrikios.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone
Stop
to
being all
hear
over
us.
Alright.
Did you know Fabio well?
People are starting to look at us, Sherlock. Change the subject. I can't believe what happened to him. To me. Such an atrocity. Think what it means for me. A wonderful evening for so many good, influential, and rich people has been ruined. I have betrayed all my promises of exotic delights.
I don't understand. Surely a murder would affect your reputation to a greater extent.
Please, isn't this why you are here? I thought you were a silent magician. Do your tricks.
You know who he
and
reminds
make
me
it
of?
go away.
The guy, you know Frank and Laurie? What's his name?
Frank and Laurie. I don't know what Frank and Laurie is.
The guy who played Oscar Wilde,
In
the
what?
actor, the movie. What's his name?
Stephen Fry?
Yeah, Stephen Fry.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
Frank and Laurie? Jeeves and no, Jeeves.
No, not Frank and Laurie. It's Fry and
Fry
Laurie.
and Laurie.
Because it's
Yeah,
Stephen
Stephen
Fry.
Fry.
You left the most important part out of that.
It was an F. I was close enough.
Who had access to the
I
altar?
need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos.
Santos. Who was that?
Santos Pinchetti, my major domo, in his opinion at least.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. You have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos, oh yes, he will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
Whoa.
Freeze, filth. You're under arrest.
Did you say praise filth?
He said freeze, Phil.
Oh.
It's the cops. Whoa.
Why would you just shoot?
He shot into the air. As a warning. What the fuck is happening?
It's flowers? Did they shoot flowers?
I'm not sure. What is going on? Whoa! that seems a bit excessive.
What is happening? Is this
I
part
said
of
it's
the
a
whole
raid. I think it's
performance?
a raid. No, I think it's a raid. Actually, I don't know. This choice of music, though, is
It's
fucking
hilarious.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was like...
From the top, it looked like they were shooting flowers.
Yeah, maybe it was like tear gas or something?
Why would you hit this guy?
Because they're cops.
Is this Sherlock?
Yeah, it's Sherlock. Well, that took a fucking turn.
Look at you. Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we had Vogel in this letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
You knew my mother?
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Oh.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes.
His nose looks like metal.
Why?
His nose, his beard looks like metal. His moustache.
Perhaps we can negotiate. I could be quite useful.
Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then. Partner.
This random guy is the one that coined the term consulting.
I'm
Apparently.
glad we managed to
I
get
don't
the scoop
believe-
before the raid.
Alright, hold on. We got a bunch of... okay. Agreed. Okay. The cufflinks are still there. And then prison Vogel. Okay. But I do have a new... No. Alright. Let's see what else we've got here. Following a report from a witness of the satanic ritual who claimed to have found a body, the raid on the Patrikios mansion was granted. Oh. It resulted in the arrest of multiple suspects and dispersal of the group in mass and robes caught in acts of gross indecency and unnatural behavior. The body of the victim was found lying on an altar with a knife wound in his chest. The officers identified the victim, Fabio 20, local performer and artist. Arrested suspects V. Vogel. V. Vogel had a letter of an insulting nature in his possession which had been written by the victim. He claims to have found the body. He is infamous for his eccentric personality. S. Holmes carried a murder weapon. Oh yeah, a dagger with the victim's blood and other items of evidence. He was invited by another suspect, V. Vogel, presumably to obstruct the official investigation. K. Patrikios. The owner of the mansion and organizer of the satanic party paid the victim to participate in the ritual, had access to the crime scene. Batista, Fabio's partner and participant in the ritual, tried to escape, resisted arrest, owned a book with a description of the ritual performed in the altar room. Some of the guests are temporarily detained for further questioning. Okay. And I've got the keys to the cells.
Back on track to solve the case.
And what's this document? Witness deposition. I, Santos Pinchetti, am a witness who reports a suspicion of murder at Manchos's mansion in Grand Surrey. During preparations for the social party, I heard loud noises from the closed altar room. Immediately, I thought of the sacrifice of a living being overviewed by none other than Kurt Manchios. There was blood on the walls, strange symbols, and a dagger in the heart. As soon as I was able to think clearly, I rushed to the police station to report my findings. The station responded to this deposition by sending a patrol while the witness left the station and went home. Okay. So he says he saw the murder. And the last one is...
Did he see the body or he saw the murder happen?
I think he saw the body.
Oh.
The provider, he heard the noise, and then when he
Yeah.
went in, he saw the body. The provider of this ticket has permission to inspect all evidence on case number 6260. So that's me. Okay. Lots of things here to talk about. Chetty's a suspect. Chetty's a suspect who should be arrested and questioned. He had a key which he did not mention in his deposition. Okay. So none of these other warrants work. Alright. So I can leave now, right? Yes, that's cool. Should I put on a different outfit
Yes.
now?
Put on your regular outfit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Why? What do you want to put on?
I was gonna put on the gold outfit, but alright, that's fine.
No, you'll scare people when you investigate.
Alright, this one.
Yeah. So.
Look, I found Werner.
Let's go talk to her then.
Werner, are you alright?
Oh, yes, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What do you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the
That's fine,
constable,
that's really
and
good,
I got
that's
a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I would not lie.
Yeah, I would not lie.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without
Woo!
compromises. Do
Go,
not give
Eugene.
up hope.
Alright, yeah. Have a good call.
I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
I can't follow you here.
I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Punchetti,
Do I know him?
the major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you.
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
Alright. Wait a second. Okay, I think I need to dress up as a cop
Oh.
so that I can question all the suspects.
But you are a consulting detective, though.
Yeah. Put on the mustache. Because the mustache makes me look more like a cop. Alright. Hello, good sir. I have questions for
Good
you.
day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner.
Oh,
in this
you're right.
investigation.
Yeah.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained bores. Although I don't mind meeting young officers.
Gross.
Oh my god, dude.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the boars again.
That voice. Ernest, friend? You're the policeman.
Oh, I recognize the
What
voice.
a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Spell down.
Sharp tongue, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble?
Oh,
I
gross.
would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy after all.
I need to examine you first.
Okay, need to observe Mr. Where's makeup? Okay.
hide his age.
Rash from exposure to hair dye, so he's quite vain.
Hmm.
Soap under fingernails. Wash hands in a hurry. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, look at your shoes. Quality polished leather. Lavishly expensive. Alright, Patrikios is extremely rich, eccentric, and frivolous. He's the organizer of the parties for Patrikios' elite and the owner of the Patrikios mansion. He spends his life in the company of similarly overprivileged people. However, Mr. Patrikios wishes to hide his true age from the amateur participants of his parties. He is concerned with aging to the point where he uses makeup and hair to dye to look younger. Yeah, that's clearly it. He's not a stickler for cleanliness. Although, he's cautious regarding his health. He comes with hair dye to clean the himself, sometimes skin. No, I think it's the first one. Okay.
You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Patrikios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look as though you are barely 15.
But still, it shouldn't be an issue for someone of your status.
For people of my age, it isn't an issue, no. But the younger ones can be so afraid of wrinkles and grey flecks. I have to adapt.
Such a methodical man who cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient, or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
Alright, what was Fabio like?
What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits? Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his
Why are
beauty.
you so gross?
Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
Expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other
Is it
guests?
unlikely that
Were they
he would
used to
murder
Yeah, I don't think
their
so.
wallets as
Because
well?
why?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties, but I would like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
Whom do you invite?
I'd like to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
Oh, all true labourers, I see. Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I
Grimmy.
can't argue with that.
Hi, Groovy.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
Alright, we'll ask him about some evidence.
I've no idea about that. You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about.
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Patrikios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me.
Okay.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police. I've no idea about that. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about. That's not something I know much about. That's not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else. You'd better ask someone else. That's not something I know much about. I've no idea about that.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protege and my beacon.
Protege.
So, with my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith
He
in
does
him.
sound
I would
not
have
like
made-
Stephen Fry. He does sound like somebody. All right.
He doesn't look like Stephen Fry.
No, he
It's
doesn't
just
look
like,
it.
yeah.
He doesn't sound like him either. He sounds he sounds like somebody else. All right. Well, let's talk to you then. Oh, before I do that. Wine Palace. Ooh. Yeah, I knew that would make him a suspect, but that's alright.
Maybe
that's
he might
not
have known
correct.
about the murder, but I don't think he was the murderer.
Yeah.
Why would he, right?
Yeah. Very much carefully hurt himself for depravity. Yeah, yeah. I don't think he's a murderer. But, you know, these can be changed later if we need to. Hello.
I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald. You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
Condolences.
Please accept my condolences for your friend.
Thank you.
I'm just here to ask questions and
Why is there
find
blood on this
Fabio's
wall?
Just now also we were talking to
Think
some
Fabio
the other police officer, the entire wall was like bloody or something.
Huh.
John is missing, huh?
He's around. Oh, she's got a tattoo on her. Primitive occult tattoo. Thanks for
See, her hands are all cut.
Oh yeah, she's old and healing cuts, self-inflicted. Is she cutting? Because
Hi, zombie.
hey zombie,
What breakfast? What breakfast are you
bitten
making?
nails. She's nervous. She's also got a slave brand. If with the branding iron K, it says. Is it Kurt Monchios? Is it Kurt? Blood-filled bruises obtained recently. Okay, she's choked or hit on the neck at least.
Oh,
my
she's been
God.
chained.
Yeah. Shackles for old and barely visible. Matista, the performer and Fabio's partner, has had a difficult life. She was branded enslaved while still a child. While enslaved, she met Fabio, hence their similar branding. Old scars are results of her slavery during adolescence. She continues to be haunted by these traumatic experiences. Matista seems to be pragmatic about her body after years of abuse. She sells herself to the guests who do whatever they want to her. She's not afraid to step over the line. Also, Matista marks her body with ink. She punished herself from the past. Matista, former Fabio's partner, lives a life. Old scars result slavery. She needs to be haunted. She has a genuine interest in mysticism since she has tattooed her body with occult symbols. Matista tries to get over her past, and the life of a performer seems to be an opportunity for her to earn money. So either she punishes herself, or she's disassociated. I think she's disassociated.
Yeah, I
At the
think she
beginning,
disassociated.
the very beginning, she was like, "This
Yeah.
is just the shell." Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You have both old and new scars. Some from the time when you were a slave with Fabio. Other scars have a different origin. The guests pay good money to torment you?
I am skilled in giving pleasure, but I don't participate in such practices.
I thought your body was...
For sale? It's true. Many unwanted things were done to my body. And the pain helped me to discover...
Cult deities? Yes, the tattoo speaks loudly of it.
Yes. Your gods abandoned me, and the ones I favor now are more protective of me.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died. We ran away that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Gordona. Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but it became better with time. Until today.
Where'd you get those bruises?
The bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else maybe.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes.
It's quite short. Okay. So bruises her body from physical interactions with guests during the party. Okay. Or yeah. Probably a bruise Batista. During their fight in the smoking last, probably a bruise Batista. I don't think so. But, you know, that is an option. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. For now, that's it. Who else do I need to speak to? Hello.
That's John.
I
Oh,
can't
it's John.
go back to prison.
Sorry. That was my room, I think.
See, these walls are also covered in blood.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck are
It's
you
the
people
shackles
doing?
there. It's like where they
Yeah.
torture the suspect. See?
Yep. Fucking hell. Over here. That sound. Fried rice with eggs, zombie, and bacon. I guess that's everybody. Nobody here. Okay,
See? Blood
that's.
and shackles there too.
Don't look at them. They'll serve us if necessary.
What? What's that
So
even
this,
mean?
this is the way out. Okay, so hold on. So nobody in there. I just make sure I got everybody in every.
No, I mean, what does that mean? They'll serve us if necessary? Like
don't know.
the police?
Maybe. Oh, downstairs.
This is leading out already?
Don't know. What the hell? Can't go that way. Is this where you keep like the really bad people? Can't go in there. Huh. I don't know what this is. Hello.
Excuse me, but are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm
Who's
hoping
Mr.
you could
Capello?
spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
I'm not a cop.
Hmm.
Who is Mr. Capello?
I have no idea. What a white lie.
Okay.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case is refreshingly
It's a completely
unusual,
different
and I
case.
wish
Is
to get
it?
to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
I have no idea who this dude is. Focus look. Fresh and fashionable.
We have a similar suit.
Do we? Oh, as in,
Mm.
personal, recent trauma? No shoes? No, shoes are fine. Huh. Tight on the finger. Is the local proprietor of the famous armor. Oh! This is a completely different thing.
Mm.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Methodical. Yeah, methodical. I mean, this is a completely different case.
You are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
Much how you endure that injured hand. Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
Ah, no, a minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed in life, one must stay calm and plan ahead. The world will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, This morning, some clients arrived.
Sorry,
to
this is a completely
finalize
separate
their
case,
arrest.
but we're stuck
Capello,
talking to this guy now.
lodger was safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal.
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers.
Bless
when
you.
the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Capello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed. Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m. I arrived about half an hour prior in order to prepare.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes a dozen times a day for a dozen years. I do not recall.
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Sure, you jest. That man and I have never met and never would. Unless he became the first
Was Holly gonna
ditty in
forget?
history to use our products.
All this?
Some sort of
It'll be in our
family
thing.
feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Godona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the Dettis tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Capellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story. Or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
Stop
I'm not
asking
sure I
questions,
see the
Sherlock.
connection.
Yeah, we need to go.
We got a
No
different
more. Talk
case.
to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman. He scared off the thief.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
Well, Mr. Capello, I think that's all I
Thank
need
Christ.
from you at present. Where can I find your office?
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation. And please, sir, would you check on my wife before you depart?
Thank you. I will endeavor to speak with her before I leave the station.
Please, treat her gently. Women lack our resilience when it comes to ordeals like this. I shall
old-timey
eagerly
sexism.
await your return. After all, little else I can do.
Okay. That was an accident. And hopefully we shan't be talking to any other people. Although I'm afraid now, because there's at least 2 other people from this case in the precinct. And I'm going to try really hard not to talk to them.
Look at my face.
I know. Okay.
Mrs. Capello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
Okay, so don't talk to her. Alright, let's try to talk to... That's Vogel. Okay, that's Vogel. Nobody in there. Nobody in there. We talk to you. We talk to you. Okay. You're Mrs. Capello. I will not be talking to you. Ah, there you are. Okay.
Have you considered Mr. Santos Punchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
As a major domo, he has keys that open all the rooms, including the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here.
Oh, good. I don't have to go looking for him.
They brought him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to interrogation room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
So where can I find the 5-2? Because I have the key for 5. This. Oh, this is the interrogation room. Sorry. Okay, never mind. So let's go to number 7 now.
What a long day.
3, 5, 7.
Mr. Pinchetti, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald.
I've already told him everything I know. I'm only a witness, sir. Everything's in my report.
And I've read it. You forgot to mention that you hold the keys to the room where Fabio was found. I need only to find if the crime was intentional.
But I need to return to my duties.
I doubt the house will fall without you, Mr. Pinchetti. Just be still for a few seconds.
While I look at you weirdly.
The angle is weird.
Patched hole, repaired multiple times. Psoriasis or allergy. It's not very colored more than once. Dyed textile. He seems quite, does he not get paid very well by that horrible old man? Oh, okay.
I feel like someone else killed him and this guy had to
Maybe.
clean it up.
Mr. Machete is the head servant at Manch's mansion. Despite being employed at the highest position within the household, he appears to be poor. Despite having enough money, Mr. Machete spends as little bit as possible. Cheap makeup hides imperfection on his body in an attempt to look more modern. Mr. Machete has dyed his suit on several occasions. To save even more money, the Major Domo appears to personally repair multiple holes in his suit. Mr. Machete is the head servant at the Manch's mansion. Despite being employed at the highest position within the household, he appears to be poor. But he shows symptoms of psoriasis. Mr. Machete hides his damaged skin under layers of makeup. Multiple holes have been patched or sewn. Yeah, I think it's the financial difficulties.
Yeah.
You are the major domo of a rich mansion, and
Where's
you
that?
seem barely able
It's
to
from the
afford-
ceiling,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah.
You hide under heavy makeup a skin disease that might be treated with more onerous but less harmful means. Do you have money troubles?
Do not have a lot of means. Pay is below what you might expect.
But you could easily change your job if your employer does not meet your elementary needs.
could you
One
easily
can change
Sherlock?
his employer,
So
that is true.
privileged.
And the blood on your shoe, where does that come from?
I don't actually know. Perhaps from a guest?
Do you know the victim?
Did you know Fabio?
Not personally. He was a frequent guest, and cleaning the mess after his performances was tedious. Mr. Manchios always had a role for him, and mainly the leading one. The parties were always Fabio-centric.
And Matista? Was she as popular as her partner?
Don't tell her I said this, but I do not think so. Mr. Manchios hired her only because Fabio refused to work without her. Mr. Manchios used to see her as a worker. She was tasked with entertaining the guests. Unlike Fabio, who could pick and choose.
That's it? Okay. Machete accidentally stepped in blood. Sometimes Machete may be stepped in the blood while discovering the crime scene. Okay. Or Machete missed the blood splatter. Sometimes Machete failed to notice a blood stain on the side of his shoe while cleaning himself after the murder. For now.
I recognize the key from the altar room among these.
Kurt Moncho's will and note. A small note attached to the will says, Santos, my hopeful slug. You begged me to include you in my will, so I did. Here's my latest revision of the will. Kurt. The text of the will under the note. Santos Pinchetti, the major domo of the Manchos Mansion, receives a jar of mustache wax and a salt lamp, that he might always remember his caring employer, Kurt Monchos. What a dick. Alright.
Mr. Manchios says that you begged him to be included in the heritage. Isn't that a little extreme, even for a major domo?
He's not only my employer, he's my uncle. And I'm his next of kin. The only one. Mr. Manchios flatly refuses to pay a family member. All I have to do is repay his so-called love. Cleaning up the filth after perverts and decadents. He's imprisoned me. The best I can hope for is a new brew. That's why I wanted to have my part of the inheritance.
Is it that bad? You have a roof above your head, a
What are you
salary,
doing,
and the
Sherlock?
status of a major domo.
Jesus.
Privilege!
Yeah.
I'm forced to dye and stitch my threadbare clothes, and the holes in my shoes are painful. I'm ashamed every time a guest looks at me closely.
Why do you think your uncle treats you this way?
Because he's
My
an asshole.
mother, my uncle's sister, had me illegitimately. She died, and I was given the surname of one of the maids.
But you are entitled to some of the money that belongs to your family.
He thinks not. I was not responsible for my mother's death. I work hard, and he pays me nothing. I feed on the leftovers. While he wastes our estate's property on decadent parties, he paid Fabio handsomely and showered him with expensive gifts for their disgusting relationship.
Alright. Settle down. Santos Macheti's efforts in vain. He has been forced to work with Kurt Manchos and inherits for inherits but hasn't paid off. I said that very quickly. But, you know.
Hi, Sir Jacob.
Hey, Sir Jacob. Okay, so I think I need to talk to the other guests.
What other guests are there?
It's up to you, but
I know you can untangle this mess.
I guess you've got the other two. 'Cause I think I have stuff for them to tell me about now. Like I have more from
I know I can handle
Oh
these.
no, I guess not. How about you?
See, every room is blood.
Here we go.
That's not something I know much about.
I've read the letter about your will. A harsh method of ridiculing Santos. I doubt he will use mustache wax when he wears no mustache to begin with.
Unlike
Where
mine.
did you get it? Is the slug here?
I mean,
Tell
Sherlock.
him I shouldn't have to provide for him. He's a grown man who shouldn't sit on his uncle's neck. He conceives himself as my only heir.
And who is he to you?
He's a leech on my aging body, who has only added problems to my life since the death of his mother.
I fail to see why you made him your major domo.
He needed to know his place, so I taught him.
You made him a servant just to you're a terrible, terrible man.
Alright, that's all. I need to go back and talk to.
Continue our investigation while I look for the papers.
No, I need the where can I get this? The evidence ticket. Provider of this ticket. Is there an evidence room somewhere that I'm missing? Oh, here it is.
Good day. Your ticket, please, if you want me to help you.
Ah, that's the one. Where is it? This one.
I'd like to check evidence from this case.
Who are you?
Oswald sent me. I'm a consulting detective.
His partner, then? Let me see. Ah, a ritual murder. What a bunch of degenerates. Wait a second. I'll bring it to the table.
Okay, here we go. Is this the 7% solution?
An emergency kit for boredom.
Letter from Fabio. The letter that was found in Vogel's evidence boxes. Is your mind unsound? You can't control your bitterness. Not around me anyway. For me, it's too great a risk to ignore that kind of behavior. I can be, speak, and play with anyone I choose. I'm not another Matista. You pay me, but you haven't bought me. Of course I'll keep all your generous donations, even though they hardly compensate for your last terrible outburst. I'm leaving you, although Matista will still be around. Fabio.
Not the time for privacy. Werner's personal sketchbook. It's a miracle this ruby hasn't tempted anyone. All the keys of the mansion on one golden ring.
This is,
A heavily perfumed handkerchief with the initials KM in the corner.
So this is Vogel's stuff. This was, Kurt Manchisa's stuff, and this is, what's her face's stuff? Matista?
A handcrafted charm that contains hair and nail clippings. Her key to the altar room.
Yeah, finally. The power of love, blood, and mandrake.
That's not for bedtime reading. This ex libris belongs to Manchios' library.
Power of love, blood, and mandrake. The police found this occult book in Matista's Batista during the arrest. According to the ex libris, the tome was taken from Mr. Manchios' collection. It contains illustrations and descriptions of a ritual similar to the crime scene. Prepare the naked body of a recently deceased object of interest. Draw symbols of Mars and Venus to enhance the power you possess. To use the force of male and female nature. Pierce his heart with a golden dagger to be rid of the blood that does not love you. Draw a symbol representing your love. While waiting for the resurrection, recite the charm. Oh.
The book describes a ritual similar to the one performed in the altar room. Thank you, officer.
Oh. So it's quite possible.
It is.
Yeah.
Because she was doing black magic on him.
Yeah. Really? The letter may have been from Manchios. According to Santos Conchetti, and by the content of the letter, it may have been addressed to Kurt Manchios. Oh, so it wasn't to Vogel, it was to... Okay, I think we need to talk to some folks. Yeah... we need to talk to... Okay. Come on. Let's go back to our suspects. Talk to them. Oh,
Long day.
okay, nothing's in that room. Stop it. I need to talk to you. No, talk to Vogel first. Vogel!
I have reason to believe that the intended recipient of the incriminating letter may have been Kurt Manchios.
Well, that makes sense. Too bad I can't remember how I came to possess it. Though I did spend quite some time with Mr. Manchios during the party.
Unfortunately, even with an answer, that may still not be enough to clear you with the police. But fear not, I will persevere.
I hope your attempt to put things straight will make up for...
You being on a bender?
touche.
Okay. So he gave me that information. Nope, not you. You. Tell me about this book.
This book, The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake, what do you hope to achieve?
To learn more about the invisible strengths that govern us. Occultism is real. The master who fell that night when Fabio and I escaped, I made him fall and cast a spell on him, and it worked.
Or was it a coincidence?
The universe is really so lazy.
Is
You
it?
say so?
Okay, what else?
Could Fabio have written this letter to Kurt Manchios?
Oh, that could be. I never thought Mr. Manchios could make Fabio that angry, though.
What do you mean?
Well, Fabio wanted to disassociate from Mr. Manchios. Clients who are in love are both a blessing and a curse.
But Fabio was here tonight.
Money. In our line of work, we can't afford to turn down clients who pay as well as Kurt Manchios.
Was Fabio afraid of Mr. Manchios?
Not at all. The old toad wouldn't dare to do more than sweet talk and touching. Talk can be forgotten, and touching washed away.
Do you practice occult rituals?
For protection? For fortune? To wash away the ugliness of the world? Sometimes to survive. I have the gift, and I'm learning to use it better.
Did you use your gift on Fabio?
I only used white magic. Love charms lately. Fabio became so distant. I just wanted him to be with me, but I suppose I'm not as skilled as I thought.
Was that... Were you... Did you just confess? No. Fabio shattered Kurt Manchios' feelings. Bautista may have used a ritual on Fabio. Bautista may have performed the ritual on Fabio to bring his love back. Alright. Your turn.
You'd better ask someone else.
Sorry, this one.
There is undeniable evidence that you were the original recipient of this letter.
What are you talking about? Is it addressed to me?
Your protege wanted a fresh start, it seems. This is sufficient to charge you.
Me? Hurt my star? Are you insane that you would accuse me of such a thing?
He did not consider himself as yours. Since you deny everything, let's move on. Do you have any idea as to how the letter could have ended up in Mr. Vogel's pocket?
You were the detective. Perhaps he took it from Fabio. Werner was a little high.
Do you recognize this book? Could Matista have borrowed it from your library?
She didn't ask me. How ungrateful.
The things described in the book were inspiration for the rituals you performed?
Do you really believe that blood, symbols, and incantations can resurrect the dead? They are just eerie tales with a mix of occultism and voodoo. My rituals are a stage to show some of the forbidden pleasures.
So actually, now that I think about it, right, he may have performed the ritual because he wanted to leave. Or he thought he was performing a ritual, I should say.
He gone mad?
Vogel took the letter under influence. Vogel took the letter himself, also under the effect of various substances. Manchios planted the letter. Kurt Manchios slipped the letter into Vogel's pocket to make him look like a suspect. So nothing happens there. Manchios set himself up for debauchery. Here we go. We can... But if the ritual was not a cover, then it was Matista.
I don't think it's her. What do you think?
Why is Pinchetti not a suspect? I'm confused. Okay. Well, I don't think we have every piece of evidence though. Oh, that's the different place. Okay, we got every sorry. We got every piece of evidence from there. I don't think we have every piece of evidence from the police station. It's hard to tell. Can I go talk to Google? Let's can I go talk to our cop friend?
I've nothing to say about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
This letter proves nothing. Fabio wrote it to Mr. Manchios. It's time to free Mr. Vogel.
Do you really think I'm that naive? I need proof, not words from his friend.
Very well. Mr. Pinchetti told me that Mr. Manchios was lavishing Fabio with expensive and eccentric gifts. The letter mentions rich rewards and attempts to buy Fabio with them. It was written to Mr. Manchios. Who else was showering Fabio with luxuries to buy him? It doesn't fit Mr. Vogel's character.
Look here. We had a deal. Give me the murderer and then take your friend with you. I won't budge otherwise.
Well, fine, but you're just wasting time.
Okay. That didn't actually give me anything. But it does clear the thing. So everything here, the only thing left is this. So now we have to decide, basically.
I feel like it's not Matista. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, we were wrong the last time though, right?
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we were wrong. But I think it's Manchios.
Wait, Manchios is
The old creepy,
guy?
the old pervert. Yeah.
What is the thing to get? So he broke Manchios' heart, and then
Yeah.
he kind of tried to cleanse him of the blood of the one he loved, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it was still a cover, the ritual, because he doesn't actually believe in this stuff. So it was just a cover, but he had access to the book,
Also,
of course.
he in a fit of rage, maybe like passion,
Yes.
he bludgeoned him.
Yeah.
And then after that, he used the ritual and tried to pin it on Matista. Maybe.
Correct. Because he doesn't believe in this stuff. He uses it as like he was saying for his shows. He just uses it as a way for his shows. So I think he used it as a cover, knowing that Matista does believe in this stuff. So in an effort to, because like then he could have pinned it on her. Planting the letter on Vogel means he could plant it on him. Having Pinchetti be so wanting like his money and stuff, he could have pinned it on him. So like he seems to have the most outs.
Okay, let's go for it. Then we can quickly get to the.
Yeah. So it was a crime of passion. Kermarch was heartbroken and panicked, did not mean to kill Fabio. The improvised ritual was a desperate attempt to cover up the crime. A prison sentence should be enough, for his harsher punishment is the death of his love, a sexual predator. Kermarch killed Fabio in cold blood. He staged the crime as a ritual to blame Matista. He planted the letter in Vogel's pocket to avoid suspicion. He has no consideration for the life of others and deserves to be hanged. That's the one I go for. Yeah. I mean, I'm not for capital punishment, but this is. I think this is the correct one.
I mean, it's yeah.
Okay. All right.
Continue our investigation while I look for the papers.
I'm done. Oh, I have to go talk to. I think I have to go talk to Manchios. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Jacques Hughes!
The murder of Fabio did not have a ritual purpose, Mr. Manchios. It was staged by a man who wished to distract the investigation.
That might be true. That poor girl Matista wouldn't dare to kill the only man who cared for her. So, Santos.
Mr. Pinchetti snatched at the chance to solve his problems.
Ungrateful little scum. Will he be executed?
For what for? He informed the police as to the crime, that was all. He couldn't stage the ritual, but he found the body, I believe.
I can't believe it. Why did Werner do it?
Mr. Vogel. He had no reason, and he won't be a scapegoat as you planned. You put Fabio's letter in his pocket when he was intoxicated, didn't you?
You can't be serious.
We can very often deduce someone's life by their shoes, or their fingernails.
I think we're right.
You are a meticulous person, but this murder was fairly traumatic and filthy. After you stabbed Fabio, you were covered in blood. You panicked and neglected to rinse the soap from under your fingernails. The devil is in the details, Mr. Manchios.
Nonsense. I missed it simply because of the busy schedule.
Read all the Holmes mysteries and several other stories.
A staged murder.
Yeah, he was. We don't usually learn that.
You staged the ritual?
Yeah.
You staged the murder as a satanic ritual. It was easy for you since you were the one who wrote the
DM.
scenarios for the parties. It was your way of avoiding suspicion. A respectable man in his 60s,
Early 60s.
Oh my god.
who hosts the cream of Cordona society, cannot possibly be a murderer. But the guests who behave like animals in his mansion, of course, one of them could have killed Fabio.
I did oversee a few of the rituals, but I did not stage Fabio's death.
You're at the twilight of your life. You have no partner, you have no children. You had feelings, however, for one man. That was Fabio. You loved him. That is, you wished to own him. with money and gifts. But he was also a free mind, was he
Also,
not?
as an ex-slave, he was
turned his
probably
back.
not cool with being owned
Quite
yet again.
unjust. Love, so cruel and painful, and Fabio, with his words and deeds, made you feel the more wretched. So you killed him.
You must surely perceive that my sensitive nature wouldn't allow me to hurt anyone.
The young performer played with your emotions. That was painful to realize. You spent so much time and effort to be with Fabio, but he didn't respond in the way you would have liked. You wanted to be loved. Fabio shattered your dreams. In the smoking lounge, he teased and mocked you. He wanted you to suffer by offering himself to others. The deception was unbearable. You struck him, and then you staged the ritual. You planted the letter in Vogel's pocket and attempted to set up Matista.
What poppycock? Sherlock, stop this game now.
There is no stop word, Mr. Patrikios. Relax and enjoy it. I'll pass the remainder of this case to Constable Oswald. He'll know what to do with you. I have a name for you. Kurt Manchios.
Is that so? The master of the Sabbath?
The man himself. Mr. Manchios
the Black
couldn't stand to lose control over his lover. A deadly revenge that deserves a proper sentence. I have all the evidence to charge him.
A degenerate and a murderer. I'll make a name thanks to that for sure. As for my part, not everything was in place. Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't
We
find
didn't
a
get a
trace of
trophy
it.
the last time, right?
Yeah, I think we got it wrong.
No,
Yeah.
The discarded
Who did
documents
we accused the
were
daughter,
lost
was it? Or
papers
sister?
the badly labelled ones,
Yeah.
including the crime scene report of Violet Holmes's case. Everything I've found is on the desk here. Take it.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend is free then. You can leave.
Good luck, Constable.
Where's my stuff? Is this it? Okay. Report number 0743. Officers arrived to find the deceased, identified as Mrs. Violet Holmes, lying in the garden of the Stonewood Manor. Visual inspection showed the victim to be thoroughly soaked with a deep vertical incision, 2 inches in length, down her throat. Damn. Her face was swollen and covered in red blotches. Likely cause of death, hypoxia. Awaiting confirmation from medical examiner. Main suspect, Otto Richter, was arrested on the scene. The body was sent for autopsy.
Where's
That was the
name?
doctor.
Oh. John
Did
has a
he find the
shadow.
body? Oh damn. Is this what Minecraft was? Yee. Despite his turn to horror game. Stop turning my games into horror games! It's not even
Garden.
Spooktober yet.
There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Sherry, it looks like you've almost found what you wanted.
Is it time for me to go?
Yeah, we gotta leave.
Oh,
No,
you
I
did
mean-
it, Sherlock.
Oh.
The case is closed.
I mean, like, is it time
and
for
all
John
to
awards
leave?
belong to the winner. Bravo! It is merely the triumph of the truth. Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
So why are you?
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be told in the way it is most acceptable.
Hey,
You're
Eris.
making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I am failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't
It's
it?
going quite
A
well, Eris.
comfortable
Thank
lie
you.
is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity. And it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
Time for free.
Oh yes. It's a struggle, but yes, we can make our own decisions. That's what I fight for.
What
Why,
an endless fight
Eris?
it is.
Eris, yeah.
Eris?
Will you
Eris,
ever give
Eris,
yourself a break, Sherlock? You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
Okay, that happened. How do I get out of this place? Here we go. I can teleport back home. Good. What else? Oh. Okay. She drowned. She didn't drown. Oh. Tracheotomy. Okay. Maybe, actually. Okay. Let's... There it is. Probably also change. Yeah, fuck it, doesn't matter. Don't waste time. There's a thing in the back, he said, right? The pool was in the back. We haven't been able to get in the backyard. We have to go through the house? I have to go through the house. Alright, let's go through the house.
Sherry, please listen to me.
Oh.
Sherry,
John, I always listen to you.
you don't have to do this. You don't have to go through. I don't know what is beyond this door, but I can feel it. Buzzing, angry, like a fly at the window.
I know. I can sense it too.
You locked away this memory for a reason. There is only pain here.
John's outfit is so nice.
And truth.
You do not need to suffer either. There is so much more we can do on Cordona, so many others we could help. There is no coming back from this.
I have to finish this.
Yep.
John, my animum, my brother, there is nothing more important in this moment than this truth. I know you fear for me, but my path was set long ago. I can no more step off it than I can ask the avalanche to roll back up.
Just please be careful, Sherry. I love you.
Quite.
No,
Come on. We'll go together.
he's his brother, like his real brother.
Even though he made him off. Maybe we should have taken off the police uniform. Now I regret it.
Yeah! Oh no!
Alright, we can do it now.
Yeah, please.
Oh no!
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
we're fine.
Okay, he's in clothes.
He's in clothes. Okay, good.
Why didn't I remember we had such a big garden?
Maybe you forgot it for your own good.
Oh. That's ghostly mom. Jesus Christ.
Why is everything a horror?
Why is everything a horror?
That's from Mother's favorite tea set. What is it doing in here?
Why? Why is everything... Now it's first person. I don't like it.
Come here, Sherry. Hurry!
What am I supposed to do? Here. Now what?
John said come here, so
Yeah.
where is John?
Right there.
Isn't that...
That's John. That's
oh,
John.
it's- Oh.
Yeah. I'm Sherlock. Sherlock is just...
You're supposed to go in?
There's the
Oh.
tea set.
These must help calm her down.
Did you kill your mother?
What are you thinking about? Is everything all right?
Did Sherlock kill his own mother
I
accidentally?
don't think so. I think that would change too much of the law.
Yeah, but maybe.
I think that's what we're supposed to do.
Oops, sorry. Okay, can I not run back here? I guess I can't run back here. Ooh! What are you looking at, Sean? Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't do this in. Okay. My mother was initial drugs and treatments. Every dose had risks and side effects. Like you said, as a frequently, your body must suppose tolerance. It wouldn't be a danger to her. Don't know.
Not creepy at all. She's gonna vanish again. She's
Yeah, we're gonna do this
vanish again.
fucking thing again.
Don't go, Mother. Wait.
Good God.
I remember this artifact from Mother's collection. Mother's work journal. I liked poring over the detailed pages and reading about my parents' collection.
Here we go. Is this on the first person? Yep. Oh yeah, this is so okay. So we're getting new. It's a new. Oh fuck me. It's a new perspective. What the fuck? It's a new perspective
like
on
a
the
fetus.
memories. There it is. What is? Oh, it's a tree thing.
Here it is. We'll just borrow it for a while.
Did you hear that? Someone's coming. Let's take a peek. You call this progress? Charlotte, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
Any result is progress, even if it is a worsening of her condition. It informs my...
No. I have made my decision. She must be sent to a legitimate medical facility. I will not let her hurt Sherlock.
What? Master Holmes, you do not understand.
That will be all. I expect you to have left the house by week's end.
I will not let her hurt Sherlock. Mycroft said.
Sherry, say something. Can you hear me? You're scaring me.
There she is. Why did the?
It's nighttime suddenly.
Yeah, but then like suddenly there's a mountain.
Yeah.
And the.
It's like a Disney World. Suddenly.
Yeah. There you disappear again, aren't you?
I'm waiting for you.
Coming, Mother. This was for my mother, wasn't it? I remember how we came to the garden for a breath of fresh air.
Oh, okay, don't even have to look at it. So we're pushing Mother.
Take me to my flowers, Sherry. They must already be in bloom.
As you wish, Mum. I bet you missed the fresh air, didn't you?
Terribly. The sun is far brighter than I remember. But I like it.
We can walk each day from now on, if you want.
That would be wonderful.
I guess those weren't her flowers? Just regular flowers?
Just look at them.
Never mind.
The stars of the earth. Even the sky must be jealous of their beauty.
Indeed. Mother, would you like to go around the water?
That would be perfect. I always wanted such a nice pond in London. It looks so peaceful.
Mycroft knew you would like it.
We should put some fish in it, don't you think?
How about some carp?
That's a nice idea. Let's visit your father's tree. It grows so fast, just like you.
We could even build a tree house in it.
Yes, Sherry.
I forgot his father's name. He had a weird name too.
Speaking of your father, could you call him out, please?
Mom! He's... I'm sorry. He passed away. He's gone.
No, he's not.
I'm telling the truth. Did you forget again?
No. Don't you dare say such things. You are a liar like all the others.
Mother!
Don't call me that. You are fooling me.
No! Mom, it hurts!
My son would never lie.
Did she try to drown him?
Who are you? Reveal yourself.
Okay, this is quite different from. I don't know the law behind this guy.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I mean, all I know is Mycroft, who's always been somewhat of a dick.
Not my Sherry. Get me my son back.
Jesus.
God. This is not what I was expecting.
Nope. She should have drowned herself. And then he was trying to save her.
Is John no longer around?
Don't know. Okay. My mother tried to kill me. My mother tried to drown me. Yeah. Mycroft accused after Richter. After Mycroft caught out a Richter, he blamed him for my mother's death. So the two things I need are this one. So either she drowned, someone drowned my mother either by accident or on purpose, and most likely that would be the psychiatrist. Yep. Or my mother had an unexpected allergic reaction to her medication and she suffocated. John and I are responsible. My mother died from an allergic reaction after we gave her sedatives with her morning tea. Otto Richter tried to save Violet, yet Mycroft deliberately blamed him for her death despite John. It's okay. It's just the PS5. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. Otto Richter tried to save Violet, yet Mycroft deliberately blamed him for her death despite John and I being responsible. To kill my mother without knowing it, the idea to give her sedatives came from John, which means that I cannot trust my own mind. To heal myself, I must get rid of John. Mycroft did the truth to protect me. I'm responsible for my mother's death. It was my idea to give her medication, which caused the reaction to kill her. It's my guilt. Mycroft did the truth to protect me. I'm leaning towards that.
Yeah, I don't think John is responsible.
Yeah.
He just said, like, you know, yeah.
Stop it, PS5. Otto killed my mother to end her suffering and save my life.
Accident.
Mycroft hid the truth to protect me and was correct in accusing Otto of impropriety. Otto killed my mother while trying to save me. The drowning was an accident, and he desperately attempted to trick out of me to save her. Mycroft did the truth to protect me and wrongly accused Otto. So it's either this one. I think it's this one. I think it's an accident.
Yeah, everything was.
I think everything was an accident.
Yeah. I agree. This one.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yep. That's fine. We'll see how it goes.
Sherlock. Sherlock. Can you hear me? Come on, wake up.
Get off me.
Sherry,
You knew, and more than that, you hid it from me.
you couldn't bear the truth, Sherlock, so I shouldered it for you. I took your pain, your horror.
Otto Richter murdered my mother, and Mycroft covered it up. Whisked me away from
Later,
this
Iris.
place, buried me in
Bye.
schoolwork, and left the past to rot.
And you needed a way to cope, so I helped.
You were a lie, John. A fiction. A crutch.
No, I was a friend.
That's Mycroft, I think.
Sherlock,
Convenient.
please.
Sherlock,
What?
are you okay?
I don't know.
I told you not to come, Sherlock. Where is he?
Who?
Your friend, John.
He's beside you.
Was all this worth it?
Is he worth it?
Why is he here?
I think, in his own way, he was
Oh, he's starting
trying
to
to
shudder and stutter.
the truth I couldn't bear. But now I must face it.
Uh-oh.
Sherlock, what are you doing?
You kept me in the dark and kept your actions quiet. You enabled Richter and his untested quackery for far too long. And worse, you wanted to lock up our mother.
What's happening?
I wanted to give you a chance at normalcy, at childhood. There was no changing what happened, no good to come of dwelling in the past.
It was lies upon lies. Otto Richter was trying to save her, but you decided he deserved to take the fall. Is that justice?
The big picture, Sherlock. The big picture. Perhaps Richter was not responsible for her fit of rage, but his treatment led inexorably to that moment. You were so fragile. I could not... I just couldn't. I chose us over him.
You know, for once I believe you. Perhaps now the truth is out, I can actually do what you had hoped. Leave it all in the past.
Good. You have your whole life ahead of you, Sherlock. It is time you got on with it.
I think we chose correctly.
But no more John?
No more John. Oh, there he is. He was shuddering and stuttering. Oh, I wonder if that was on purpose.
Worried there for a minute, Sherry. Really worried. I didn't want to hurt you. What's so funny?
I am talking to myself, John. I think I was hurt regardless.
But we made a good team, mate. Explored every inch of this place together. Helped a lot of people. Terrorized a few too, I suppose. I think I may go so far as to say, Sherry, I have not lived wholly in vain.
So that's it. It's over.
You've opened every door, Sherry. Faced the past you locked away. You don't need me anymore.
I know. I will miss you all the same.
Your excellent outfits.
Yes.
Oh, this is the worst heartbreak ever.
No matter what you chose, John leaves, but I think this is like the happy ending, quote unquote. Yeah. This is the happy ending. Yeah. Cool. Epilogue.
Why are you here?
Closure, I suppose. And to help a friend.
You and I are not friends. In a race between the thawing of the ice caps and our friendship, I would buy her.
Ha! Is that right?
I can see it now. I know what you did.
What did I do?
You needled me. From the moment we met, you were searching for weakness. You pushed me to pursue the truth about
I
my
think he's
mother.
the brother.
You questioned
Richter's
everything
brother.
I did, everything I believed to break me. To blur truth and fiction, reality, morality. A saboteur and sick. Was it vengeance, man?
Yeah.
Or do you prefer Klaus? Excuse me? You are Klaus Richter, Otto's younger brother. You hold me responsible for his end.
Ha! There was no love lost between me and my brother. I am sure you can relate. Otto was merely the gravity that pulled me into your orbit. Or you into mine. Once I met you, I could not keep away.
Why? What recent I know you now, Werner. Try again.
To see what had happened. Or is that yet another untruth? Does it matter? Take your pick. Who cares? You're my masterpiece. I turned Sisyphus into Ozymandias. You could not see the futility of your quest until I helped you to let go of the rock. And now,
Too close.
nothing beside remains.
I remain. Despite you, and to spite you.
It is a matter of will and power now. Will you overcome this, or shall you decay? Oh, on that note, I brought you something.
I want nothing more from you.
When one wants for nothing, Sherlock, the best thing to get them is something personal. So, here you are. Now, please excuse me, but the gallery calls. I'm already conceiving my next project.
Is that him?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Sherlock.
You really are beautiful.
Creepy.
Well, the game that comes up for this is The Awakened, chronologically, which is the Cthulhu one.
My brother returned to London soon after our disagreement. He enrolled at Cambridge University, but attends only the rare classes that hold his interest. I hear he took employment at a hospital laboratory, obsessing over his experiments. I suppose he seeks solace in the empirical truth of a chemical test. I am afraid for him. His evenings are spent alone, solving citizens' menial mysteries to pass the time. And I suspect he is growing paranoid. One of my agent's vehicles recently ignited during a surveillance operation. She was lucky to get out alive. There is only one man who could orchestrate such a feat. Or perhaps two. I saved my brother. He will never forgive me.
What are you doing?
He looks like Brett Spider on his data.
I found it! I found it! I found
Is
it!
this Watson?
What is that?
I think it's Watson.
Looks like John!
It does look like John, though. Probably on purpose.
How far, bruises may be produced after death. How are you? You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive.
How on earth did you know that?
Never mind. The question now is about bruising. No doubt you see the significance of this discovery of mine.
It is interesting.
The eyes,
no doubt,
right?
But
Even the face a little bit. The voice is different, obviously.
Medico-legal discovery for years. Had we these data sooner, hundreds of men would have paid the penalty for their crimes. Cases oft hinge upon how a man died. Now, we can know which wounds he suffered
It's an
alive,
actual
which occurred
corpse.
post-mortem, and what instrument was responsible. And ergo, one will soon be able to calculate with utmost precision when and where death occurred, sparing the innocent and damning the guilty.
then you are to be congratulated.
Indeed.
Time of death.
But you came here on business.
Correct again. I am looking for someone with whom to take diggings, and heard you were complaining that you could get no one to go halves with you.
I have my eye on a suite in Baker Street, which would suit us down to the ground. You don't mind the smell of strong tobacco, I hope?
I smoke ships myself.
That's good enough. I get in the dumps at times, and don't open my mouth for days on end. Just let me alone, and I'll soon be right. What have you to confess now? It's best for two fellows to know what bruises each other carries before they begin to live together. My last companion and I...
Well, I object to rouse because my nerves are shaken. And I get up at all sorts of ungodly hours. And I am extremely lazy. I have another set of vices when I'm well. But those are the principal ones at present.
Do you include violin playing in your category for rouse?
It depends on the player. A well-played violin is a treat for the gods. A badly played one.
Oh, no, that's all right. I think we may consider the thing as settled. Oh, forgive my manners. My attention wavers. Sherlock Holmes.
Dr. John Watson.
John.
that was decent ending. Yeah, and obviously there's a lot more that we could have done in this game. A bunch of other things that we were supposed to do that we didn't have the time. And I at least, I don't know if Felicia will join me, but I will probably do them on my own time. The various other cases around the island that you can do, and I may even start this game again from the beginning and using a guide so that I can get the correct things, because there's various trophies that you only get if you do the correct things in the correct order and such. And
I'm
such.
gonna miss John's outfits.
I like John a lot. I like the idea that Sherlock had this person that he knew wasn't real, but who nevertheless helped him, like, you know, with not just with his cases, with his, and you know, hiding his past from himself. It's almost like he had this, like he segmented his mind, and John carried all these things that Sherlock didn't want to know or remember until Sherlock pushed it as an older man.
I was kind of hoping that like it would end up like John would stay just to help him solve mysteries, but then I realized that was never the story because he had to meet Watson.
Yeah, he has to meet Watson.
Yeah.
And Watson, I mean, Watson is his new John, right? Like, I mean, in every respect, because John Watson is the one that helps him solve cases, and you know, and depending on which version of Sherlock and Watson you're looking at, some Watsons are more helpful than others. But yeah, overall, I think from the very beginning, even in Doyle's stories, Watson was a helper. He wasn't just like, besides the one who's writing all the stories, right? Because they're from Watson's perspective. He does help. He is a doctor after all. He can help with various things. But yeah, so I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this very much. Thank you for the GGs, Sir Jacob. Appreciate it. So what's coming up for us tomorrow? Actually, you won't be seeing Felicia again until we come back from the trip, because we're going on a trip. So, but tomorrow I will be streaming.
Enjoy me now.
Yeah, I will be streaming a Dan Plays His Backlog. I will be playing Thomas Was Alone, but it might be a bit later tomorrow because we have something to do after
maybe
working
by
time.
11?
So yeah, so I think if not 10, then 11 is when I'll start.
And you don't have to wake up early on Thursday.
And I don't have to wake up early on Thursday. Yeah, I have to wake up early tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day to waking up early. I had a course these last 3 days on editing software, which was very good. I've been learning a lot, and hopefully I'll be able to put some of those new skills to use for one of the videos that'll be going up while we're away. But anyway, sorry. Tomorrow, Thomas Was Alone. On Thursday, I'll continue Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages, and then on Sunday, there'll be pre-recorded videos that'll be going up. Sorry, on Saturday, we'll be starting on Saturday. So on Saturday, I'll have the Plucky Squire. I don't normally do Saturday videos, but I wanted to play a little bit of Plucky Squire, so I did a video for Plucky Squire for Saturday. For Sunday, the video is... Oh, I closed it because I had to restart my computer. Now I don't remember what anything is. Hold on. I'll get it soon. Sunday's video is Fahrenheit, the 15th anniversary edition, which is the PS4 version. So I'll be playing a video for that on Sunday. And then next Tuesday, a video for the Callisto Protocol will be going up, the first 2 hours of Callisto Protocol. And that is what I will be playing. And then more videos will be going up after that, but I'll reveal those tomorrow and Thursday. Then you'll have the full list will be up. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Before I go, real quick, before we go, I should say, let me just see who is streaming and who we can all go out. So L, of course, is streaming. Dyer is streaming, it looks like, and VGM Oslo is streaming. So, which is good. So L is going to be playing The Treasure of the Red Cat Gang, which is a Ranma half Super Famicom game, I believe. Thank you for the GGs, Zombie. So here's L's stream. And then Dyer's, yes, he will be going soon. Sorry folks, something strange going on behind the scenes. This happened a week ago. Yeah, so he's been having some trouble trying to, so hopefully he'll get it off the ground. Because yeah, he had some weird troubles last week as well. So here's Dyer. The channel's called Dyer and Bet. It's him and his wife. But he will be playing, or he will be talking about his Kickstarter. And if you haven't backed it, please do, because he's written some pretty interesting stuff. And finally, we have VGM Oslo on his Oslo Gaming channel. I've misspelled Oslo. And he is still playing Bloodborne. He is very, very good at Bloodborne. And I think he's on the DLC now. So he's doing, which is quite difficult, I think. So yeah, please go check them out. Go watch them if you haven't. And I will see you tomorrow Felicia will see you. You will.
I might drop by and go like, hi.
No, she might drop by and go hi.
Since
but
I'm in the same house.
She's not scheduled to come back until 2 weeks from today, when we will be starting Alien Isolation. Whee! We'll be playing it together.
There'll be screams. There'll be face covering.
Yeah, we'll be very scared, the both of us. All right, thank you guys so much. Appreciate as always, coming by and hanging out. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.